Some things are impossible to miss, like an elephant in the room, or a bull in a china shop, or this season's amazing offers, brought to you by PayPal. Discover offers from hundreds of brands like Viator, Allbirds, and Tory Burch right in the PayPal app. Save an offer before you check out with PayPal and earn unlimited rewards. Download the PayPal app to get started. Terms and exclusions apply. See paypal.com/rewards terms.
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come experience the beauty that awaits in Scotland. The sweep of wild coastlines, quiet lochs, and untamed landscapes. Fresh cuisine that feels rooted in the land. Come experience the kind of stillness that stays with you long after you leave. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and you're about to listen to a hypnosis session all about finally being worthy of success. And I was working with a client that was pretty much at the top of their particular industry. They had won numerous awards, accolades, been featured on TV. They were pretty much a big deal, but they didn't feel that way. They felt that they always had to be on edge, vigilant. They couldn't be complacent. And that probably served them very, very well throughout their career because it gave them very high standards and an attention to detail that really made a difference. The problem is that they were afflicted with a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. So much so that when actually they were given accolades and recognition, they felt uncomfortable about receiving it. It just felt unpleasant for them. So this uses an analogy of almost kind of like a mixture of two different plants. Some people are familiar with the phrase grafting, and grafting is where you have the roots of one tree, but then you have a sapling of a new tree, and then you get the best of the qualities of both. Sometimes that can be an effective horticultural technique. This particular client could identify a very rugged, hardy plant called the gorse. It kind of lives on cliff tops in very harsh conditions, but it survives and it thrives. It's a great metaphor for resilience and this kind of tenacity in a way. It just finds a way of surviving. But then there's the rose, and the rose is also quite a rugged plant, but it's also, seen as one of the most beautiful kind of flowers in the world. So therefore, this is a metaphor so that they can keep everything that's got them to where they've got to, but finally have a sense of gratitude and joy and worthiness about all of the success that they've had. Because wouldn't it be a tragedy, and I'm now talking to you rather than about this client, for you to have worked so hard in your life, in your career, and you don't even get the joy and the benefit of everything that you've done? And there are some people that have this delayed gratification. They just kind of put off any feelings of success and joy until they really feel like they've earned it, but they're chasing a mirage that they're never going to achieve. And let's be honest, none of us are immortal. We're all going to die one day. Wouldn't it be good to enjoy the journey as well as enjoy getting to the destination? This is really what this hypnosis session is all about. It was created for a specific client. Some of the suggestions and references would have been ideal for them and not quite right for you. So hone into those suggestions that resonate, ignore anything that don't. And if you like the idea of having a bespoke session or working with me directly, I would encourage you to check out a webinar that I've created, and you can register for that webinar. It's actually in the description of this episode. So click that, click register, and then every 15 minutes you can see the next version very, very soon. And I just talk about why hypnosis can help areas that other things simply don't work for. So if that's of interest, check that out. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be distracted or disturbed. Relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in that wonderful feeling of pure relaxation. And as you exhale, give permission to release any pent-up anxiety, worry, stress, even echoes of unworthiness. Just allow it to leave your body in that outward breath. Breathing in relaxation and releasing every time you breathe out. That's it. And I want you to scan your body for any clues of any stress, worry, or tension. And set the attention, that intention to release, to let go, to relax. That's it. And if you need to position your body, adjust in any way to feel more natural, more comfortable. That's it. And just know that for this time, right here, right now, there is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing you need to manage. No decisions to make. Just connect with the here and the now. And allow your breathing to find its own rhythm. Not forced, not controlled, just natural. And with each breath out, you can begin to release a little more of any of that vigilance, anticipation, worries or concerns. For this time now, that extraordinary attention, that highly honed radar you have, can simply rest. As your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. And I want your imagination to take you to a place very early in the morning. The kind of morning that exists before the world begins its noise. And I want you to find yourself at the edge of a garden, somewhere near the ocean in Cornwall. And the light is that extraordinary quality of pre-dawn. Everything silver and soft. The air carrying that particular coolness that feels clean against the skin. The salt on the breeze. And maybe the sound or the movement of the sea not that far away. I want you to imagine placing your hand against old bricks of an old wall, 500-year-old stones, still holding on to memories and the warmth of yesterday. Maybe they're rugged and rough or smooth, but just connect to everything that's come before. Look out to the garden as everything is completely, perfectly still. Perhaps you begin to notice sounds. Maybe the first birds just beginning, tentative, testing the morning. And maybe somewhere is the distant sound of the sea. But beneath it all, that deep, deep silence that you only find this far from everything and everyone. Connect with that place. Connect with the energy of the place. That positive, ancient, unhurried energy. As if the land itself has decided that here, everything is safe. And just let yourself breathe it in. And as you breathe in, feel the ground solid and certain beneath your feet, the way it has been solid over the centuries. You feel safe, calm, relaxed, open to new ideas in this place. So let's move deeper into the garden, each step taking you more fully into this state of deep, resourceful peace. That's it. And as you walk deeper into the garden, feel yourself gradually, incrementally, transitionally shifting into that place where the conscious mind is no longer on guard and the unconscious is like fertile soil, waiting for just a seed of an idea to take root. And there, perhaps, where this garden merges in with cliff tops, I want you to imagine seeing a particular, perhaps peculiar, fascinating plant, the gorse. And I want you to really see it. Not as a problem, not as something unwanted, but to truly see it for what it is. See the magnificence. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years of evolution. A remarkable plant. Extraordinary. It's able to grow where nothing else will, digging its roots into thin, poor soil where other plants wouldn't dare, facing salt winds that would strip paint from metal, and it stands against gales that bend trees, fences, and yet it flowers consistently, abundantly, brilliantly. Those vivid yellow blooms against grey sky, and that extraordinary scent sweet and warm and utterly out of place in this harsh environment. And maybe you look at this plant and you see tenacity, you see resilience, you see a plant that refuses to accept the rules and the laws of nature. It adapts, it thrives, it survives. And those thorns, those sharp defensive spines, they're not a flaw in the design. They're the intelligence of the design. Because the gorse knows its environment. It knows about the wind and the animals and the exposure. And it has adapted. And I want you to connect with the very essence of this gorse. Because something in you has been this gorse. The sharp vigilance, the hyper-awareness of every variable, the inability to switch off, the early morning wake-ups, to mitigate all the things that could possibly go wrong, and the anxiety that seems to follow you, even when everything is going right. And it hasn't been weakness or a curse. It's been a form of intelligence, a strategy that said, in those high pressure, high exposure environments where the stakes are real and the weather is unpredictable, this is how we survive and thrive. And those gold medals, those accolades, that recognition are evidence of thriving, not just surviving. So allow yourself to stand here by the gorse for a moment and feel something you may not have allowed yourself to feel before. Not gratitude for a smell in the air or sunshine on your skin. Gratitude for those qualities within, gratitude for the gorse within you. Not pride, not arrogance, but genuine, clean gratitude. The same gratitude you offer for others and things in your life. Everything from your eyesight to a sunrise, to a smell. So thank this version of yourself. It got you this far. It deserves some credit. So thank it. This gorse is an internal alchemist. Instead of turning lead into gold, it turned pressure, stress, high stakes into 16 gold awards. And you can be grateful for what it built. And you can also know that it is no longer the only tool you need. So now in this garden, you become aware of something you hadn't noticed before. Because you are also the gardener here. This garden within your imagination. And I want you to imagine seeing a cutting, a young stem, no more than 6 inches long, carefully taken. That clean diagonal cut at the base from a rose, and not a modern hybrid, an old rose, the kind that has grown in cottage gardens for hundreds of years, the kind that was here in this landscape before any garden shows existed. You can feel the stem between your fingers, the slight roughness of it, the just beginning thorns, smaller and fewer than the gorse spines, but there, still there. Because a rose is not naive. A rose is not undefended. A rose simply chooses where to direct its energy. So let's create something magical. I want you to harness wisdom, knowledge, and I want you to imagine finding a place there on the gorse, a stem perhaps, close to where the roots come above the surface. Because the roots of this gorse are deep, established, almost indestructible. So let's keep the roots, all that tenacity, all that capacity to thrive, all of that extraordinary ability to flower profusely. Let's keep the standards, the excellence, the deep, hard-won knowledge. All of that stays. Because when you've grafted this rose there onto the gorse, what changes is the surface, the relationship with the world, the way the flowering happens. And as you make this union, what you're choosing is a future of maintaining your high standards, your preparation, but you're choosing gratitude, joy, and worthiness. That's what the roses represent. So as you make this union, and the gorse and the rose become one organism, notice something extraordinary beginning to happen. The new growth takes. It always does in the right conditions. And what rises from these ancient, proven roots is something that has never existed before. A plant that can survive anything and still produce extraordinary beauty with ease. A plant whose thorns are real but proportionate, that says, I protect what matters, but I no longer need to defend against everything. A plant whose flowers open fully, not cautiously, not with one eye on the wind, but fully, confidently, scenting the air around them. And I want you to start imagining your future, keeping your roots, keeping your wisdom, keeping your knowledge. But I wonder what it looks like in this busy season when you get to enjoy and feel grateful, to not wait for that moment of relief, but to actually enjoy the privilege of getting to this place. What if that means you're smiling more? Problems are now challenges. Logistical difficulties are now puzzles. Moments of recognition aren't needed for validation. You don't need to be acknowledged, but you can like it. You can enjoy it. I want you to feel what it would feel like to go through the next few weeks and months where the primary emotion is gratitude. Even a difficult problem, you can feel privileged that you get to have this problem, because many people would never experience these problems because they've never gotten to where you've gotten to. Connect with worthiness. If someone judges you well, you can appreciate it. If someone judges you harshly, you can accept it. Your value, your competency does not change just because someone else does not recognize it. And I want you to imagine that inner dialogue, worrying about everything that can go wrong, starts to subtly change, saying things like, "This is a high quality problem. This is solvable. This is something we don't have to do, we get to do." And I wonder where worthiness sits somewhere in your body. Maybe the heart, the head, the chest, or the gut. You know where gratitude lives. Amplify it. And just imagine milestone moments over the next few weeks and months, and what it would be like to feel joy in those moments that historically have been stressful. Turn up the joy. Amplify the gratitude. Feel that just as a rose emits a scent, you are emitting gratitude and worthiness, and the people around you can feel it. And because they see you maintaining high standards but enjoying the journey, it brings out even more from them. There is a ripple effect here. There'll be people that you work with that would love to see you celebrate. Take that acknowledgement, recognition, embrace it. And I wonder if Your intuition can help you. Because perhaps 5 or 10 years from now, these big events will be memories. And wouldn't it be lovely if some of those memories are filled with joy and gratitude, not stress and anxiety followed by brief relief? And if your unconscious is willing to help you to help yourself, and in doing so helping others, let me know by nodding your head. You have the roots of the gorse, the hardiness of the gorse, but you now have all of those wonderful attributes of the rose. You're still prepared, but you can now fully open up, be seen, be visible, be appreciated, be recognized, not needing to, but feeling comfortable being so. And just imagine smelling the rose connected to the roots of the gorse, and imagining this is now within you. And you can look forward to training your brain to embrace and relish what in the past has been daunting. It's time to return, so you leave that garden. Perhaps go into that old stone cottage. See yourself there on a chair or a bed. And just imagine reconnecting, recalibrating with your physical self. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Connect and calibrate into the here and the now, as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken with the roots of the gorse, but now the stem and the flowers of the rose. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of The Hypnotist. If you've enjoyed this episode or got some value from it, please give it a 5-star rating and review. And maybe you know someone that would also benefit from this particular episode, in which case share the episode with them so they can also get the benefit too. And if you would like to listen to this episode where it's just the hypnosis, so no intro, no outro, no explanation, just the hypnosis and completely ad-free, there will be a link in the description where you can subscribe at a very low cost and only get access to the hypnosis. So if that's of interest, please check that out. Thank you again for being a regular listener of The Hypnotist, and I'll see you again soon for more.